Now you're a freshman and you're entering Proviso East. Give me your feelings on going to this high school and your expectations as a freshman going there playing football.
Well, my expectations were high simply because my cousin, like I said, we were very competitive when we were coming up. We still kind of are on a certain degree. But, they would tell me about their youth football team and how well that they were doing. He was on a team that basically dominated, the way they had stuff laid out for them. They had guys like himself, believe it or not, Michael Finley, who's an NBA player,
Wow.
Donnie Boyce, all those guys were all playing on the same football team with him. And they were basically shutting people down. I mean, not really allowing first downs. They just pretty much dominated the league. So when I got there as a freshman, this was the main reason I came out there, because I knew these guys were competing at a high level. I was like, okay, we were in a position, me and my mother, getting ready to move, and I could have stayed where I was at, around in that area, or come on out to Maywood. So I was like, well, they're doing big things out here. Let me go on out here. I want to be a part of this, By the time I got there, freshman year, we had a lot of guys, out and everything, but the whole vibe kind of changed, and I didn't know what it was or why this was happening. But, all those guys that were playing and doing very well either weren't coming out, or they were in, they were playing, but they weren't feeling like how they once were. They kind of like dwindled off or whatever. And from what I hear, about, around here in East Chicago, it's kind of the same way. You'll have a strong 8th grade team, but by the time they get to high school, most of those guys have like dispersed and gone elsewhere and not decided to play. So, and like I said, we were just like, East Chicago, we're predominantly black school, great athletes up and down the line through baseball, well, really basketball, wrestling, and of course, we had some great athletes for playing football, despite a losing record.
Gotcha. So after your freshman year, your feelings kind of changed. So now going to your sophomore year, now what is your goals then?
Well, my attitude never changed. That's the whole thing. If you're going to play a sport, have your goals in mind and don't let them go. My attitude never changed. I wanted to continue to play because this is what I've worked for. I'm getting the good grades. I'm staying out of trouble in school and everything like that. Not that I wanted to be in trouble, because I never wanted to bring that drama across my doorstep. But I wanted to, do the right thing and, do what people were telling me to do, simply because, hey, I've got something better, coming down the line. You do what you need to do till, hey, your opportunity comes along. And then, you know what I'm saying? Plus, you're developing, good character at that time. You know what I'm saying? This is the time you have to develop into the person that you're going to be.
Gotcha.
So I wanted to be, the best person that I could be. So I'm like, dotting my T's, dotting my I's and crossing my T's and stuff like that. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I wanted to keep it on down the line. I mean, that's how people knew who I was. I mean, I wasn't the type to, go out for, homecoming or, trying to win the popularity contest. They knew me as, all right, this is, Jerome Buchanan. He's, good kid, plays football, and that's what you tell him to do. That was me.
Got you. So now you're a junior, and now this is where every athlete is on that varsity level, trying to showcase his skills. Give us a little feedback on your season as an individual and also as a team success.
Well, the team was actually very successful. We actually went 4-5. Considering that the previous year, they only won like one game, I think. That was my cousin's senior year. And my cousin Ray Buchanan, he ended up going on. He got drafted by the Indianapolis Colts. Ended up playing in the Super Bowl when he was with the Falcons and all that kind of stuff. He had great success playing the game. But me personally, individually, I did not have the great year. All right, this is the time where, I kind of discovered that. Well, I didn't discover it. I kind of fell into it. The trap of putting too much pressure on yourself, and you end up trying to do too much and you end up falling off, so to speak. You're trying to do too much thinking. You're trying to, put so much on the line because, yeah, I knew it. This was junior year, and this is the time where I could just, just come on out and just do what I wanted to do. But this kind of monkey wrenched, my high school career for the most part because I put so much pressure on myself. So, I continued on. I didn't quit. That was the main thing. I wasn't going to quit. Just playing like on special teams and stuff like that. That was probably, what I ended up, just ended up having to do, because I ended up starting as a free safety and ended up, losing my job to, a senior that was there. And, it happened. I regret it, yeah, but, I got nobody to blame but me,
Gotcha. Was there added pressure too, having a cousin such as Ray Buchanan who had success early on?
Slightly, but you know what? At the same time, I'm looking to make my own niche, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, he did his thing and everything, but I want to be able to do my thing.
Gotcha.
I never wanted to say that, man, you just cast such a big shadow. I just can't get from underneath it. I was never the one to kind of glorify my problems, so to speak. I was going to do something about it.
Gotcha.
That's where I was living at. That's my mindset. It's still my mindset to this day. I wanted to come out. I wanted to show you who I was because regardless of what Ray did and who Ray was, you still have to get to know me. Gotcha. I'm a separate person. I'm not him, I mean, granted, we were raised, around the same type of values and everything like that, but I'm still, my own individual self,